Hey there, I'm Lindsay Zarniak. Welcome back to NASCAR RaceHub. So this is the part in the show where I check in with different drivers at their homes with their families, because just like you and I, they're trying to manage these new uncertain times. Today, I had a chance to catch up with Kevin Harvick. And what I loved about this conversation is he was in the midst of this wonderfully chaotic household with his two small kids and his wife, Delana. And I learned so much about Kevin from this conversation that I didn't know before. But the thing that really blew my mind is he's really good at marriage advice. Here's Kevin. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us here. Where are you right now?
I'm in the dining room. So it's the mornings are pretty crazy around here because everybody's up. Today's not a school day, so Keelan doesn't really have anything to do, and Piper and Keelan are running around. So it's been different, but it's also been very good to have that quality time.
How are you feeling just with all of this going on and the pandemic that everyone's dealing with now? How has everyone been? Is everybody in your world safe, healthy?
Everybody's safe. We're just trying to abide by all the guidelines. So we've hunkered down at home and just tried to do everything that we can here. And, our goal is to be better when we come out of this. So, physically, I feel like I should be in the best shape that I've ever been in my life. I've been, trying to really concentrate on that because, if we do go back and it sounds like Charlotte, most likely will be the first race. You better be ready because 600 miles at Charlotte with your first race is going to be pretty taxing on just being out of the car and all of a sudden jumping right back in is going to be a challenge. So, and then in the end, Delana and I just want to make sure that our house runs better than it did before we started this, because you're going to know more about everything that you have going on in your life. I'm going to know more about my kids. I'm going to know more about my wife. I'm going to know more about my house than anything that happened before. So we should be able to be better from a personal side of things when we get done with this mess.
What would you say would be most important to you and paramount once the sport gets back going in terms of what it looks like for whatever amount of season we have left?
Yeah, I think for me, it's how do we, and this is the conversation that the world is having right now, and especially, but I would use our country for the most part. How do you get started back up safely? I think that is really the most important thing, is how do we fire this thing back up safely and be able to have the guys in the garage that are working around each other as comfortable as they can be to not get sick, because if this thing rebounds and takes back off and it gets in our garage or one of our race teams, it's going to be a bad deal. So the most important thing is when we fire back up is to have a plan that is safely intact to be able to keep everybody safe in our sport.
You talked about learning more about home and figuring out more about the kids and then your wife. How's Delana doing in all of this?
It's as much culture shock for her because we're very schedule oriented people, very organized. I feel like that's one thing that's helped me prolong my career, helps us have an edge on a lot of people just because of the fact that we are very organized and structured, and we've done this for a long time. It's a different balance of life, but it's been very good for her as well to understand, what we need to do, how we need to do things. And we've had to communicate and in a different way than we did before, just because we're here every day together and we're around the kids every day together. And that's just, it's not something we spent a lot of time with our kids before, but now there's zero relief. So how do you help each other stay balanced in the tough moments? The easy moments are so rewarding and a lot of fun, just because of the fact that those are moments that you may not have had while you're on the road.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.